That's
Param,
one
two
word.
words.
Did you not go to school? Were you dropped as a child or
Oh, yeah.
something? So welcome back to another episode of the Front 3 podcast, guys. This time we're picking up on something that we started a while back, but we have it's kind of in the mud right now, so we didn't cover it that much. It is, of course, FPL, Fantasy Premier League. Who doesn't play Fantasy Premier League? I don't, but
Man,
but now we have another FPL pundit, another FPL guru. He just won. His overall rank is what? 6 or 7 in
10K,
the world.
10K.
So
Yeah,
we have Amre.
Pamre.
all good, all good. Just finally
Uh,
got treated to a Timo Pukki return.
So how have you been so far FPL wise, Pamre?
Had a rocky start to the game this year, especially with I held on to Bruno Fernandes for a little too long, I feel. The first game week was okay. Salah and Fernandes rescued me with they both got hat tricks, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the last week was quite good for me. Thanks to Trent and Cancelo mostly.
Let's dive into FPL. So this is pretty much a FPL recap because we haven't really been touching FPL so far. So if you look at the key players so far, so we'll go position wise. So Param, let's look at the keeper. So as of now, though, I think from the start I've just had Sanchez and I haven't really explored too much keeper. But I think the other two. No, I mean I agree with you. But Mendy has been too expensive. Like I think he's 6 million or so.
Yeah.
He's an excellent choice, but too expensive to have in your FPL team. So
No, you should never really go for a premium goalkeeper in FPL. I think there are great options. 4.5. Aaron Ramsdale. I got him in for my wild card. He's been quite solid.
Yeah, bro. I completely agree because essentially with keepers you have two brackets. One is the 5.56 million premium ones, and one is the 4.5 million. So the 4.5 million they will start. They're the lower table team keepers, and the 6 million are maybe the top six: Arsenal, Liverpool, Man United, and so on. So the thing is that at the end of the season, if you look statistically for the past 2-3 seasons, the top scoring keeper has always been a team which is from the bottom 10 clubs. It's always been either Nick Pope, it's been Martinez. It's never those people from the top six. So I think that's definitely a bonus if you have someone cheaper who will eventually get you more points.
No, but I think in that 4.5 bracket for me last season, like you said, Martinez was the best. But as of now, what I did was, I think Krishna, I think you did the same thing as well. So I had Sanchez who was for 4.5, and I got Brighton's backup keeper who was Steele. So for a situation like right now, so when Sanchez has a red, Steele will automatically come on. So I won't have to raise a transfer for my keeper. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And coming to defense, I think the one player who everyone must have from the start is Trent. And if you don't, you're really missing out on a lot. Because when he hauls, then you'll definitely drop many points. So coming to other players except Trent, who has been the I think key players for you guys?
Definitely the wing backs for Chelsea and City. Cancelo for City. He's been outstanding. Even Reece James. In the first few games, he was benched, but he's come out. He's played amazing.
Yeah, definitely. I think for me that there are four people. One is Cancelo, Alexander-Arnold, as you said, James. These are the top three, from the bigger clubs. But there's one defender who I'd like to highlight who's really, popped up this season. He's Southampton's right back, Tino Livramento. That guy is an absolute beast in terms of FPL. Only priced at 4 million at the start. And I think I'm just checking, he's the 7th highest defender, like in terms of points. So he is just on fire. If you don't have him in your team yet, definitely go for it. But yeah, he is a key man.
Yeah. One man who's been a big catfish for my team is Luke Shaw. Considering his last season, I got him at the start thinking it will be a worthwhile investment, but
I think we all had Shaw towards the start of the season.
Yeah.
So even I think I sold Shaw after, I don't know, I think I sold him after game week 7. And since then I got Ashby. I think Ashby's also been a shout till the time he played. And yeah, I think like you said, Livramento, I think someone similar is Krishna. If you remember last season, remember that short period Max Gilman was on fire. He was only for 4 million.
Yeah.
He was my backup defender in case one of my players didn't start, and he was getting points each game. So that was excellent. So I think that's Livramento is the one differential defensively. But coming to midfield, I think one player who we shouldn't even go upon is Salah. Because if you don't have Salah, I don't know why you're playing FPL.
I don't
But
know
he's
what
my
they're
favorite player FPL wise. And
He's
yeah,
in
I
a
think
league of his own.
that's facts, man. Anyone else, guys, who has been the standout midfielders who've been getting points for you?
I think Bruno I think Pamre also said this at the start of the episode. Bruno towards the start was pretty
towards
good,
the start.
but
Yeah,
yeah, now
he's
he's
tied down.
falling
Yeah.
off. I think he's getting too much defensive of
Mhm.
the responsibility these days. So खेल ही नहीं पा रहा बेचारा.
Yeah, if you have Bruno,
And
you really shouldn't keep him. He's what, 11.9 million, and he's
not worth
basically
it.
He's a
getting
waste of money.
not
Waste of
worth
money,
it.
dude.
Not worth it. Better
Facts.
go for someone like Conor Gallagher, who's absolutely amazing,
Mhm.
or even Jared
So-
Bowen for West Ham.
Or Messi.
No, but talking about the more consistent players for midfield, one is of course Salah, but another player who stood out towards the start of the season was Benrahma. I think we all had Benrahma in our team, and he was hauling each game week. So talking about United, I think we all had Bruno, but coming to the forward, I think when Ronaldo came to the Premier League, I'm pretty sure we would have all had that moment where we got him, or we had the thought in our mind to get him. But how has Ronaldo been so far for you guys, FPL wise?
I still vice him in the hopes that someday he'll score a hat trick.
No, I mean, I think it's been a mixture of both. There have been good moments, have been bad moments, but overall, to be very honest, as a United fan, the bad moments have outweighed the good moments. But the only reason, as I said, I'm keeping him is because I'm a United fan. I have that faith in him. Ki ekdam randomly he's gonna score a hat trick. I mean, like he does have Watford next, but you never know, bro. It's Cristiano, so I hope he gets more consistent. That's consistency with him is the only thing in the Premier League, that is.
If you guys
And-
have Man United players right now, then I think you should. I mean, if you look at the upcoming fixture, and they have Watford,
Yeah.
I think then they have one tough fixture, and
They
then
have
I think game
Chelsea,
week
and then
17, 18,
Chelsea, yeah.
they have a
And
really
it's a sea of
favorable
green
run of
fixture.
fixtures.
Yeah.
Sea of green fixtures, even someone like Shaw, for that matter, will probably get points.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
Maybe.
That's a maybe, but yeah, I think Shaw as well. It depends. I mean, I would definitely still hold on to getting a United asset because it totally depends on the way they play. For me, it's more form over fixtures because I've always had players who are in better form than fixtures. So even as of now in my team, I have Vardy. His current fixtures against Chelsea, but after that he has a sea of green fixtures. But I think Vardy's been that one player this season who's kind of outperformed everyone, and to a certain extent. And any other differential forwards, I think one is Ivan Toney, but anyone else who are missing out?
I
Ivan
think-
Toney, I like how I don't know. Like, has Ivan Toney been that good? I think someone who was pretty cheaper, who was cheaper and done decently for his price was Pattinson Daka, who I wasn't expecting that. Like, but Allah, sasta hai aur acha hai. So
Even Armando Broja, for that extent, he's 5 million for. I think he's injured right now, but he has 2 returns in 3 games or something like that.
Yeah.
I think let's move on to I think the most important differential. So what is a differential in your dictionary? It would be a player who has maybe under 10%, under 9% ownership. Well, there is a very, very important player named Harry Kane who has just about 8.9% ownership. So at this moment, do you think he is a differential? Do you think he's a good option to have in your team?
no.
No, straight out of the bat.
Dude, no, I mean, I was honestly considering to get Kane this game week, but the thing is, they have a sea of green fixtures, and they did just get Conte in. And but the thing is that I've been going over many articles and the way Conte plays as well. He's first gonna form his defensive line, right? So I think as of now, if you want to get a Spurs player rather than Son and Kane, I think your priority should be maybe like someone like Regulion or something.
Yeah.
And then maybe later on, for me, I personally like Son more than Kane because even though Kane is on penalties, Son still somehow gets those clean sheet points, even though they barely get clean sheets. So yeah, and Kane has been pretty inconsistent, and consistently, like I said, consistency is the number one thing for me. Consistency, form. So yeah.
And Spurs have only scored like what, 9 goals this season. Chelsea scored 7 in like 1 game.
Wow.
The sad part about that game was that I had just replaced Mason Mount with Kai, thinking that
No,
just
no.
before
Dude,
that game
I
week.
made the same mistake, dude.
I'm
Kai
not
Havertz was
captain
the
Kai, I
only
think, huh?
Chelsea player who didn't get who blanked that week.
Yeah,
FPL
yeah,
wise,
yeah.
everyone else got.
Dude, that
Rudiger
was so
got 3 points
disappointing.
for the penalty.
it's so sad. Like everyone at the start also was expecting Havertz after that Champions League winning goal.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone was expecting Kai to perform this season, but kuch nahi kar raha. I think the last goal he scored was against Liverpool. Did he score after that?
Dude, that was a bit of a bang. I didn't expect that at all. But coming to captains, so I think except Salah, who else in fact who's been someone who's really stood out for you? Because I captained Ben Rama a couple of times and he really paid off. But anyone else, any differential captain for that matter?
Bro, I think
Antonio, when he's in form and when he has a good fixture, he's
I think,
not a bad option because West Ham have looked quite strong this season.
I think Pamre, it's just honestly very stupid to have this conversation. I think Adidev sir spoke about this.
Don't think about whom you're going to captain the next week or the next week. Just stick your captain badge on Salah for every week in a season. That's the safest thing to do.
Let him be your captain for the whole season. I think this holds true for this season as well. I mean, I honestly don't see a person who can consistently get me those points, regardless of the fixture. So I think he is the only option, to be very honest.
I completely agree, man, because I'm not a person who regularly, like every week before the deadline, I'm switching up my team and making transfers. I don't usually do that. So I've just captained Salah since the start of the season, and most of my points are from him. So
and it's paid off, yeah.
Krishna, you're the one who's made the mistake of captaining Vardy instead.
One game week, bro. One game week. Just one game week.
To remember when Salah got the 24-point haul? And
yeah, so I think we've pretty much gone over everything. But before we finish, if Krishna could just pop up our front three league, the leaderboard over here. So we have a bunch of guys in this league, and it's been going over since game week 1. And the winner right now, Batte Boys, is at 783 points. He's been absolutely killing it. He also went with all of us for the Salah captain, I'm pretty sure, for all the game weeks. So shout out to that guy. And do join our league to win massive cash prizes and jerseys of your choice. The link will be in the description. Check it out. And that's about it. Signing off. Thanks, Pamre.
Thanks, Pamre. It was great having you on.